Far over the misty mountains cold, a snack so cheap, its tale untold. A scent of cheese is on the breeze. The kitchen calls. Time for cheese rolls. My friends in New Zealand would be the first to remind me that not everything there in New Zealand has to do with Lord of the Rings. In fact, I'm sure they'd tell me that hardly anything in their day-to-day lives there revolves around the 80-year-old series of books that inspired a 20-year-old series of movies that just happened to be filmed in that country. And yet... Now, I've mentioned before that my doctor tells me I ought to be eating a Mediterranean diet, and I know it hasn't escaped all your notice, as a few of you have been unkind enough to point out in some comments on my videos, that on a scale of, well, scales, I'm far closer to the Bomber end of things than to Legolas. Elves may not leave footprints in snow, but me, well, I leave craters. But if we can get literal for a moment, Mediterranean is based on the word terra for earth and media for middle. So a Mediterranean diet is literally a Middle-earth diet, and nobody eats more like a hobbit than I do. Thank you, I'll have my second breakfast now. But there's something about this snack from the Southland of New Zealand called a cheese roll that seems very wholesome and hobbit-like to me. Essentially, a kind of rolled-up Welsh rarebit, a slice of white bread covered in an oniony cheese sauce, rolled up, buttered, and toasted. Some folks on the South Island call it Southern sushi, which I hate, but I have to admit is kind of funny. Now, I've made it a few times, and there's not a lot to it. Cheddar cheese, evaporated milk, onion soup mix, some diced onions, a little Worcestershire sauce, and some powdered mustard. That's a slightly fancier version than a lot of moms in the Southland are probably giving their little hobbits after school, I imagine. The bread rolls up better if you smash it a bit with a rolling pin first, I've found, and it held its shape pretty well for me, at least, once it was rolled out like that, though some people will skewer it with a toothpick to keep the bread from unraveling. The main thing, though, the most important part to remember when you eat it, is that holy shit, that cheese sauce is hot. Ow!